How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Bitcoin update. And today it's actually a very important one because I'm going to show you multiple different charts suggesting this has to be the bottom. And in the remaining days of this month, Bitcoin and the rest of the market must pump. The whole market has to pump from here and recover the newly lost support. So unfortunately, this green box is now red. It is expected to be resistance. So the bounce must recover this level. Unfortunately, the past days we got the bearish cross and have now lost that 100 EMA that continued to hold throughout this correction. Now that it's lost, we can see we came very close to the 200 EMA. Now, everyone is expecting it to actually test it exactly. It does not need to, and we'll dive into this deeper in this video. So guys, please make sure you support the channel if you can by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing these video updates. So we'll start off by going to a different chart, Bitcoin versus pound. So GBP. Now, I know many of you are from America or different places in Europe that don't share the GBP. Of course, if you're not from England. However, on the GBP chart, it was a lot clearer. Going back to the BTC USD, in this area over here, we had a bearish cross. On the breakout, flipped into a bullish cross, and on the breakdown, another bearish cross. While on the GBP chart, that never happened. It was just a bearish cross, and it maintained. There were no periods where it was trying to trick us. So here is seeing the breakout, bullish crossing, and then, of course, everyone FOMOing again. It's also breaking out of the falling wedge. While on GBP, Bitcoin GBP, it never broke out to the upside. And eventually the 100 EMA, just like on the USD chart, gave in. However, on this Bitcoin chart, we can see the 200 EMA was actually tested and gave a bounce. This was also the 1272 fib. Now, I know and I appreciate this is all in pounds and really only dollars matters, but you can see that's the 85,000 USD level. And I'm going to, don't worry, I will show you on the USD chart as well, but it's the same situation. So I like how on the GBP chart, we can actually see support was tested, the 1272 and the 200 EMA. Also looking to the left, it's this key level of support here on the GBP chart. So the rest of this month, Bitcoin must bounce and recover the pink moving average. That's the 100 EMA. Also, this newly lost support. The unfortunate thing is the remainder of the week and month is leading into the weekend. And if we're pumping into the weekend, then it's likely that we stop there for the weekend. And what happens on the weekend? Low volume, and maybe we start seeing that rollover because pumps should not sustain over the weekend as the stock market is shut. If you've been following the updates for over a month now, you'd see that every single Friday or Thursday, Friday, where we see a pump, by the weekend, it's lower. So the next step for Bitcoin is by the end of this month, we need to see price back above the 100 EMA. Let's take that to the Bitcoin USD chart. That is around 94,000 USD. So Bitcoin must reclaim 94K at the end of this weekend, by the end of this weekend. If we pump up into that, that is not good enough. We need to see it reclaimed. Pumping into there would just be retesting this previous support now as resistance to, of course, roll over once again. So I'm going to head to some different charts now. Let's head over to the monthly time frame. This is all important to follow along the entire video update. So we're on the monthly time frame and we can see some important supports. Now, remember on the daily, we saw the 200 EMA around that area. It didn't exactly test on the USD chart, but it did on the GBP chart. However, on the monthly, we have tested a key moving average, the 6, and that's in that exact same area. So in order to keep the monthly trend, you can have a dip beneath the 6, but we actually want to maintain this yellow moving average. We get immediate continuation higher. Losing it, we put in a deeper correction, and that would actually suggest prices of maybe 77, 78, 79, 80,000 USD. And if this is the monthly time frame, then it actually could take another month or two to sort out. So it's going to be choppy here. What we need to see by the end of the month, which is 2 days from now, is the recovery of the daily time frame, 100 EMA, 94K. Going back to the monthly that you can see over here is where the monthly closes. Oh yeah, where the monthly has been holding support. You can see the closes here and the openings have been above 93, and we've been saying we need to close above 94k. Otherwise, it's just a move back up into it as resistance before continuation lower. And on the loss of the 6 EMA sitting at 86,000, we'd head down to 77 to 80,000 USD where the 12 EMA sits. Now I'm going to just half this time frame, go to the 15-day or 1 month, 30 days. I mean, if we average it out, that you could say that's 28 days. But and so it doesn't matter whether you use the 14-day or the 15-day time frame. We're just trying to divide half a month, and then it will show other moving averages there. So because we half the time frame and I use the 6 and the 12, well, on the monthly the 6 was here. Now on the 15-day the 12 EMA is here. So same level again, around 86, 88k. But look now on this time frame, we've got this moving average here. And if I were to remove the chart so I can actually see the moving average, that is sitting on 94k, guys. What is the level that I've said we need to recover by the end of this month? And we know that this candle is going to close very soon as well. By the end of the month, or the 1st of March, this is going to close. Now, let me head over to the weekly time frame, and we can see on many different time frames. Let me go over to the weekly. We can see that the 20 moving averages are in and around this area as well. So by the end of this week also, so we got the monthly close, we got that 15-day close, we got that weekly close, and they all need to recover very key levels. Look over here again. If I were to hide the chart, my apologies, we can see the moving averages. What level? 94k. So I'm showing you multiple time frames, daily, monthly, 15-day, weekly, all suggesting that 94k is the ultimate level for Bitcoin. Let's now head back to the daily. So that, remember, look at there. Look what's happening on the daily. We're getting the 100 and the 12 almost crossing bearish. So what we need to see, an EMA repel, and that's a quick move up. Remember that it's the end of the month. This week, it's the end of the weekly close. It's the end of the 15-day close. There are multiple things closing this weekend. So a very important week up ahead. Reminder that actually, guys, a move up into the 100 EMA, a move up into 94k is not good enough because we have the bearish cross above that point. So a pump up into that is not good enough. We need to flip it all into support, and next week cannot lose the support. What we do not want to see is pumping into the weekend and then over the weekend dumping, and then Monday, Tuesday dumping, filling in the 200 EMA. So right now, guys, we're actually trapped as this area as support, this area as resistance. This should actually happen. Pump into here and roll over just with the amount of days left. When a new monthly and weekly candle opens, even if this is if we see it reclaimed and that's a bullish sign, usually for the first half of a new candle, and that would be the new week and the new monthly, we tend to go in the opposite direction. So would that mean if we're pumping early next month, could that be a trap to head lower? You see, so there's a lot to account for. I will be here to update it as it develops, but everyone must be aware that 94k must be reclaimed. At the moment, it should just be a bounce to lower high. That is the risk. Reclaim it and we can look at a different scenario, a little bit more bullish, but there's still a lot of risks up ahead. This is the first hurdle it must tackle and succeed at the moment, at every single first hurdle. Like over here, look, we had a bullish pattern. It's breaking out, attempting to, and then it fails at the first hurdle. Now, coming up soon, 94k is that hurdle. It must be reclaimed. It can't pump into it and reject. No, it must turn into support. Thank you so much for tuning in, giving me your time. I know I have to repeat things many times to get the point across. That is just how it is, because no matter how many times I say, there's always that 1 or 2 people in the comments, you know, just going off on a tangent, not actually listening to anything that I'm saying. It is what it is. Thank you, and I appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. If you want me to teach you this, use the links in the description. I've also got a community where I do live streams in there, mentoring the group. Cheers.